Students turned out in huge numbers at Brisbane's Queen's Gardens, flanked by supporters, families and fellow activists, united by a cause and frightened that the clock is ticking.
We in the Pacific are first affected by climate change. The bones of our ancestors are literally being washed away.
There was also a message to politicians like Anastasia Palaszczuk and Scott Morrison and the acting Prime Minister, who said they'd be better off in class.
I believe they'd learn more at school than they would protesting.
In school, I'm learning about the effects of climate change and I'm learning that we need to do something, yet I'm seeing that the people in charge and the people who are running our country aren't doing anything.
Their demands: no new oil, gas or coal, stop Adani, shift to 100% renewable energy by 2030 and help workers in fossil fuel industries find new jobs.
And we will not stop until this is fixed.
Passionate, intelligent and vocal.
Wake up, people. The time is now. Do you really need a 10-year-old to show you how?
What message do you have for the adults?
To save the planet.
What sets this movement apart is that it wasn't started by the usual political players, although many are jumping on board. Back in March, at the first school strike, there were 10,000 people. Today, preliminary estimates put it at 25,000. But you be the judge. It stretched from one side of the Victoria Bridge to the other, and there were more behind them. Organisers believe there could have been more than 35,000 people. And they rallied across the state, from Townsville to Yeppoon, Bundaberg to the Gold Coast.
If everybody comes together, then we can make action.
In Cairns, the reef is considered not just an environmental wonder, but an economic one, employing 64,000 Queenslanders.
So it's not too late to save it. We have a beautiful reef that we can have forever, but the window to save it is getting smaller and smaller.
Across the country, organisers claim more than 300,000 people took part. 100,000 in Melbourne, 80,000 in Sydney, more than double the previous turnout. The movement, led by students and inspired by one, Swedish teenager Greta Thunberg, who tweeted her delight. Australia is setting the standard, she said. And as day dawns around the globe, more demonstrations are planned, from London to New York, ahead of a UN climate change conference next week, where they'll surely know now the world is watching. Matt Wordsworth, ABC News.